Hello, everybody. Welcome to Merry Mail. Today is a special day. I don't normally go live on a Wednesday at noon, but I do go live on Mondays at noon. So I hope that you will put me in your calendar to check back on Mondays for Devos and Doodles. But today is called Merry Mail. Through the month of July, I'm celebrating Happy Mail. So if you're brand new, you might be like, well, what is Happy Mail? Happy Mail is fun mail that you send to someone to encourage them. Let me show you what I got in the mail yesterday, y'all. I got this. Somebody made me this postcard. It's a surprise. Hi, Danielle. Thank you for sharing. But I got this in the mail. It wasn't a bill. It wasn't junk mail to throw away. It was like, and it had sweet words on it. It was written out to me. And then it's from, look, Jenny. Jenny's my assistant. I'm going to be talking to her some in the background. Postcard Promises. Okay, I'll talk about this later, but I wanted to show y'all why. And look, here's some more that I've gotten from them. Kind words are like honey. I mean, it just brightens my day to get fun mail that's not, tainted by bills and all. Hi, Sharon. So if you are brand new to Happy Mail, you've never heard of Happy Mail, tell us in the comments. Type in Happy Mail, like that's something new to you. Hi, Hammond's Nest. Okay, so let me tell you what we're doing right now. We're just popping on. It's just noon, trying to get this live going for our special event called Creative Little Christmas. I have been honored. There's Kevin. Hi, Kevin. I've been honored to be able to be a part of this group of women. There's 10 of us. It's a mastermind. And we all the two big things we have in common is that we're creatives and we love Jesus. And to be able to work and partner with people that have that are like-minded, like you, it is really refreshing. And so what we did is we got together and we decided, how fun would it be if we did an event together? And we wanted to celebrate Christmas in July to get you excited and inspired and ready for the upcoming months, right? A lot of people love to start preparing in July, making cards and that kind of thing. And so I thought, I'm already doing Happy Mail with my audience. What if I did Merry Mail with everybody? So we kind of tied it in together. So that is what we're doing today. So welcome. I'm Christy Darty. I teach hand lettering and doodling with a focus on faith. And today I'm going to show you Merry Mail. Okay, so first of all, if you want to get my printable, it's got everything you need to know about today. So if you unexpectedly have to go get the doorbell or whatever, just get this and you'll have everything that you need as far as traceables. I've got my starter. I've got all the supplies here. They're clickable links. You can even click to the link. I've got a picture of what everything will look like when it's finished. So here is the template for you to be able to trace. All you need is some carbon paper. And I'll show you, like, you're going to put washi tape here. You're going to put washi tape here. Here's where you put your letters. And then this one. And to easily find this template, just type the word Merry in the comments, and it should send you a link to your Facebook Messenger. Type the word Merry. Now, if you can't type the word Merry, or maybe on your YouTube, go ahead and click the link that Jenny's provided in the comments section. Okay, so so two things you need to know. Whenever you go get this, you're going to give your email address in exchange for this. Now, if you're like, I don't ever want to get an email from you again, just remove yourself. It's okay. It's not going to hurt my feelings because I only want you to get email from people that you enjoy getting email from. But we are using that list to give away my lettering book. So when you give your email, you're given permission for us to enter you into the drawing. Okay. Here's what you will be entered to win. It's my hand lettering and doodling for the holidays Christmas book. Y'all, I was looking through it yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, that is a good idea. I created this last year and it was like I had forgotten everything I ever learned before. I'm like, yeah, that's right. So I hope that you get to, a lot of y'all have been ordering it now because you're going to want the ideas for Christmas time. And so you're going ahead and ordering it, and y'all said you enjoyed it. So thank you so much. Anyway, but it's got tons and tons of ideas, not only of cards that you can make, but gift tags. I love making handmade gift tags. In fact, I think we should do a whole class on that, like just gift tags. They're so fun to make. gift bags, more gift tags that you can actually use carbon paper and trace it, whatever you want to do. And then back, I'll also have some doodles, because I love breaking down doodles step by step, so it makes it easy for you. Because hey, y'all, if you're here, you can doodle. Don't think you can't do it. It's not, we're not drawing special things. We're just doodling. Here's the Candy King lettering that I'll be talking about today. So anyway, if you want a chance to win this book, you'll need to enter the drawing, which type Mary for the link if you're on Facebook, or just click on the link that Jenny's provided. If you can star those links, Jenny. And then here's some ornament ideas too. And then one more thing in the back, as far as ideas goes, digital stamping. If you love Procreate and you want to know more about digital stamping and how to make cards digitally, I got you. Anyway, so there's all that. So I'm giving one, maybe two of these away. We'll see how many enter. How about for every 100 people that enter, I'll give a book away. Okay. And here's the thing that I know, visual person. I know Jennifer says I'm a visual person. And so she loves that the book gives so many examples. And that's exactly why I made it, because honestly, from year to year, I'm like, I'm coming up with like new ideas again. And I'm like, why am I doing that? I have all these ideas that I can put in a book. And this is basically started out for me. And then I was like, hey, other people may want a copy of that. So for every 100, I'll give away a digital copy or a physical copy. If you're in the United States, it can be either one. If you're out of the US, it'll need to be a digital, because I don't ship out of the US at this time. So anyway, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started. Oh, before we get too far, two things I want you to know. One is, I hope you have a piece of paper and a pen that you can write some things down, because I'm going to be talking fast and furious. And you might be like, wait, what did she say? Just jot it down. The first thing is, make sure that you are going to join after this, not right now, because we don't want to lose you. You're going to lose information as you leave. But I want you to join the Facebook group. What's it called, Jenny? You put it on there. Creative Little Christmas. And you will get to see all the other teachers. And y'all, and all 10 of us are so different. But like I told you, there's two big things about us. We're creatives and we love Jesus. So those things right there, you already want to be our friend because of that part, right? But the other part is we're all unique, and God created us so different. And so just because I teach lettering and some of the other girls teach lettering doesn't mean you wouldn't learn amazing things from both of us. So I want you to make sure to plug into that. But not only that, it's not all lettering. We have embroidery. I can't wait to see what all she does for the embroidery. We've got a major DIYer, like seriously, can make something out of nothing. More faith-based stuff, lots of great stuff. So a Creative Little Christmas is what it's called. So you're going to write that down so you can join that Facebook group after this and get all these classes for free. It's a 3-day event. We started yesterday and today, and then tomorrow you can watch all the replays and all the things. And we're going to be doing giveaways. And on Friday, I do need to tell you this, Friday at 2:30, we're going to be going live, all of us together, so you can see our little friendships and everything. And we're going to do some giveaways there. So, okay. Now, if you're in the Facebook group, I posted a picture of this and I said, which one do y'all want to make? And of course, y'all couldn't pick one. Y'all couldn't pick the same one. And I really want to show you things about each one because I'm excited about both of them. There's different things that, and I want you to see, can you see? You cannot see how pretty this is in person. Like the glitter is amazing. Like that's what your eye would go to. And then this one also has a lot of glitter on it too. So in person, your eye would be like, whoa, that glitter is amazing. But it doesn't show up as well here to me. Okay. So if you didn't get this, type in Mary, go get your printable. You'll be entered for the Christmas book. But let's get started on the cards. I'm going to start with Joy. This was my favorite one to teach. I was hoping y'all would pick that one, but then I understood why you picked the other one too. So, and the reason that it makes it hard is because I also wanted to show an envelope for each one. And I was like, I don't have time to do all of that in one sitting. So we're just going to see how far we can get. But I want to tell you whatever you want to know about, let me get these out of the way. Okay. And I'm going to zoom in. Thank you, ma'am. You're so sweet. Okay, zooming in. A little bit. There we go. Okay. I'm going to be telling you a lot of different tools and things, but again, don't fret because they're in your printable that I gave you, links to it and everything. So it should be super easy. The thing that I love doing when I start lettering is I use an erasable pen a lot of time because for a lot of reasons. One, it's forgiving. I don't have to worry like, oh my gosh, what if I mess up? Because I know we all have that fear, like what if it's not centered perfectly? What if it's not this or that? And first of all, I want to tell you that I'm the last person for perfectionism. So if that's who you're drawn to, you might be like, oh, she's not my person. But I will give you the freedom to just make mistakes and go with it and have fun with whatever. So let's get started. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the letter O in the center of the card. And this is, again, just an erasable pen. And then we're going to put a Y to the right. And what I'm doing now is I'm doing block lettering. Okay. Just block lettering. I'm not worried about it being too far one way, too far. Okay. We're going to brighten it up just a little bit. It's the color of this cardstock is why it needs to be brightened up a little bit. Thank you for letting me know. My little assistant. Ooh, wait. Ooh, that's too bright. Okay, give me a minute. Once I go over this, it's going to show up better. So, all right. Okay, so now that we've got our joy, we're just doing stick figures here, or letters, stick letters. We're going to do block lettering. So to do that, now you're just going to, you can take a different pen or the same one, and you're just going to go around that shape on either side. Okay, across the top and the bottom, inside and outside. I almost feel like that doesn't even need a line around it. It could, it doesn't have to. And this one, I feel like I want to move it over a little bit. I actually want to move it all over. Okay, this is what I do a lot. Let me show y'all. This is why I love erasable pens, because I do this. Let me just act like that didn't happen. I'm just going to start over. And so I just do that. And then it's gone. That's gone. Sometimes you see like a little, you can kind of see kind of where the lines maybe were, but nothing that bothers me at all. So what I want to do is move that over a little bit more. And then this, I'm going to move this over a little bit more. So you're just going to go around. Have y'all done block lettering before? It's so easy. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my markers and start coloring in and do my candy cane lettering. But before I color them in, let me go ahead and make some lines here. And I'm literally just, if you want to get a ruler out, go for it. I use this for a lot of stuff, y'all. This is to address my envelopes. This is to make lines. This would be a great tool that you might already have if you're going to do Happy Mail. If you're going to do some fun Happy Mail stuff with me. We may be playing with these in more than just the ways that you think you would use them for. Does that make sense? Okay. And again, no perfectionist here. We're just having fun. We've got our little lines there. Okay. Hang on with me because it's about to get colored where you can see it better. Okay. So these markers are markers that are new, pretty new to me, but I'm loving them. They're called Grabby. I did put them, I think, in the little flyer I made for y'all. And I'm just pulling out different shades that I would use for Christmas, right? Now, these are acrylic markers, so they're kind of like a paint pen. You're full of lettering magic. Woohoo! Yes, I have laser level I used to. It's always fun to have those things. Okay, I didn't mean to get that this one out, but I do love that for Christmas. So get out your color palette, whatever you want to use for Christmas. Also, if you're going to use washi tape, that might help you determine what you're going to use. So when I went through looking through my washi tape, I was like, okay, here's colors that's going to look good with this. Here's the red. It's going to look good with this. So I'll put those to the side. Okay. These are acrylic paint markers. They're with a brush tip. Okay. So it's like a paintbrush. I am so happy about these. These are like my new love that I have found. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start with my red. Oh, you're welcome, Texas Breeze. I'm sorry. That's why I was like, I'm going to throw a lot of stuff at y'all. So be ready to write it down or make sure you get the printable. Okay. And this is just so easy. Look what I'm doing. I'm literally just painting lines across here. Just painting the lines. Zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see better. Are we having fun yet? Are y'all ready for Christmas? Okay, again, if you're looking at your mistakes, you're not moving forward. You're thinking backwards because we're in the junior high phase, y'all. The junior high phase is awkward. It's weird, but it gets better. So just hang in there. So what? Oop, I didn't mean. Oop, look, I made a mistake. Y'all didn't see that. We'll fix this. All right. Okay. Now we've got that. I love having my hair dryer. Hey, Christine from South Africa. I can hear your accent in my head right now. Oh, it's beautiful. I love having. Now, here's the problem about having a heat gun and having my erasable pen together is it's going to erase. So I need to be prepared. Ooh, you're going to lose your erasable marks, but I can still kind of see the outline, so I'm okay with that. But this is going to like I can just keep moving along faster. Only 154 days till Christmas. We're good to go. Hey, Eileen. Okay, shaking up the white pen. And now I'm going to get this one lined up here. Oh, goodness. Losing those lines may not have been the best thing that ever happened. Look, I just went too far. It's like when people are watching you, you can't do it right anymore. Just trust the process. It'll all be all right. Okay. This brown is not pretty. It's not fun to look at. Like on screen, I'm like, look, I'm just going to go over that and we'll see what happens. Did I fix it? We'll see. Okay. Now, if you notice, I don't have like real nice, crisp lines, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. See how pretty that looks once we get those nice, clean lines? Again, I'm going to go ahead and dry this next one. The paint pens, absolutely. Any kind of acrylic markers should work for you. Why am I using acrylic on here? Well, a couple of reasons. One, I love that it acts like paint. Two, is when you're using craft, it just shows up so much better. Like right now, if I used a regular red marker on craft paper, let me show you the difference. This is just a regular marker that I would use for something else. And it just doesn't, it's not bright enough. It's hard. That wasn't a good example. Trust me. Just trust me. Okay, next. Let's go ahead and get my glaze pen. This is another one of my favorite pens ever, y'all. The glaze pen. Do y'all use this? Okay. Desiree, who is an head lettering artist that's like, she is amazing. I hope you will be sure to take her class. She and I both love this pen so much. And I'm just going to scribble it to get it going because you want the ink to be fresh and going. And let me see how I can fix what I just did right there. I think I'm just going to make that a little bit thicker. Okay. Tell me in the comments if you've used a glaze pen before. Thank you. The acrylic paint pens kind of sit on top of the craft paper where the regular markers are absorbed in and they don't show up as much. Absolutely. Yes. That's exactly what I was trying to say. And then look right here where I'm like, look, what was I doing? Let me cover that up too. You're so sweet. I don't know. Today I feel a little off my game, but that's all right. It's all right. Maybe y'all don't notice. Maybe you didn't notice. Okay. The glaze pen. It is like, you know those see, it's Glaze. Oh, it's just so pretty. It's like a glaze, and when it dries, it looks wet. Can y'all see that? Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit better for you. It just like it's just not showing up good on camera, but trust me, it looks wet even when it's dried. It is gorgeous. It looks like if you ever went to a ceramic place and you had your ceramics fired and then you pick it up because it's so dull when you get there and you paint it all, and then when you pick it up, it's got that shiny. That's what it reminds me of. You can see a little shine. I also I don't have the steadiest hand, especially lately. And so if that's something that keeps you from lettering, don't let it. Just let go of the perfectionisms. I promise you, You're the only one that notices all the little tiny issues. See right here, do you see this problem? It looks like a big problem. It's not a problem to me because I'm just going to straighten it out the best I can using this. Look, don't you think that helped? It's a miracle. Hi, Marilyn. Good to see you here today. Okay, you're going to love the glaze pen if you don't use it. All of my tribe members, they know I am obsessed. Okay, next. So let's look at it now. What else makes this special? What else has, look at this. What has elevated this to this? Tell me in the comments if you know what I'm thinking. My next thought. If you're my tribe especially, y'all know what should I do next? Ooh, I love glitter. Glitter is going to come, but usually the glitter comes last. But what would I do right now? Yeah, Sharon says outlining it brings it to another level. There's Jackie. There's Jackie Cotton. Hey, girl. I'm glad you joined us today. Yes, we're going to shadow. So I'm taking y'all. This is not a magic brush. This is a random gray marker I pulled out of my stash. It happens to be a brush marker with a brush tip, and it happens to be Tombow. Do I use Tombow? Hardly ever anymore. I did when I first started, but then they started eventually after I wore them out. I didn't rebuy them. I bought other things. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this gray marker. See how light that is? That one's not the one I want to use. It's too dark. So I found another gray one in my stash, and it shows up better on the craft paper. Okay. And it doesn't matter to me which brand. It's just whatever one looks good with whatever you're working with. And so to shadow, I usually pretend like the sun is coming from the upper left-hand corner and it's casting a shadow on the right-hand side. So I don't have to think every time I do shadowing because I always do it the same. And so it's actually underneath as well. I didn't go far enough. Okay. So there's our shadowing. Okay. Next, we could go ahead and do this like little, what do we want to call this? That thing. I'm going to do it with the glaze pen. No, I'm going to do it with my erasable pen. Get it where I want it. I'm just drawing a line. And then a teardrop. Remember, we're doodling. We like to doodle around here. Anybody can do this. A teardrop on the top, a teardrop on the bottom. Or a raindrop, whatever you want to call it. Thank you, Pam. Pam is teaching too, y'all. I've got Pam on here, and we can make that. She's teaching the Pam Coxwell Designs. I saw Canvas Sign Designs is teaching as well, a class. Danielle is on here with Imperfect Dust. She's teaching a class. So make sure at the end of this, you get the information that you need from me to get to get the other classes for free. All right. Now, I'm just taking this and coloring inside my erasable pen. Again, not a steady hand. Not a steady hand. I don't know. Is it age? I don't know. My hand is just not, it's not like it used to be. I'm fighting that these days. But it's not going to stop me. Okay, so now I've got that. And I'm going to dry that. And what's it going to do? It's going to get rid of my other lines. Before I dry that, hold on. I'm going to use my glaze pen. Okay. There we go. Now we can go ahead and go around this and straighten up. This is so forgiving. Yes, Pam is our next. She's going to be our next class. She's going to do a nativity ornament, right? Am I right? Am I right? Okay, and this glaze pen is, again, fabulous. Okay. What's going to make this pop? What does this need? A couple things. Hi, Annette. Good to see you. Oh, thank you, Paula. She said, I've been learning so much and inspired yesterday. And then now I've lost it. Inspired yesterday and now today. So much fun. Awesome. Danielle says, I got to get some of these pins. Can you add Christy's, a link to Christy's favorites again? Okay, here we go. We're going to do our shadowing, and I'm going to do it on the underside, just like I was talking about a minute ago. I don't know. You know what? I don't even know if I'm doing the same shadowing that I did before. Am I? On this side. I'm going to do it quickly because I feel like to get through the other card, I'm going to have to get moving. So there's your shadow. And then we want to take a white gel pen. White gel pen on craft paper is everything. And so this is Uniball Signo is one of the best out there. I think a lot of us girls would agree on that. But I do want to do a little scribble test to make sure it's ready. And then I'm just going to do a little accent mark, like a little comma up in each corner of the leaf. Okay, now we pretty much got the basic down of the lettering on this card. But what I want to do next is show you how to kind of finish it off. Okay, when you make a card, especially when you're a beginner and you're just starting to make, might be what you come up with and you're like, but it looks so plain and boring. Like I want to jazz it up. And so washi tape is a great way to do that. So grab some washi tape, think about some doodling as well. You could do some doodling. I'm going to do this one maybe a little different than I did the original, just to show you on a whim what I might do. I put this here. What is washi tape? Does anybody not know what washi tape is? Washi tape. It's reusable. It's decorative. It's recycled. It is so many things, and it is amazing. And you can just do so much with washi tape. So many fun things, and really jazz up something that you're working on. Okay, so there's that. And then I love doing doodles, like just swirly little doodles. So let's just see how doing doodles like this adds to our card. Look, it adds so much, just that little movement. And who can make this? Anybody can do this. Now, what if you are a little bit of a perfectionist and you do kind of prefer to make things symmetrical and all? Then you need to get an iPad and do iPad lettering with us, because that is really fun too. Okay, the last thing I want to do to this card, and I did add some extra little embellishments, and I just took some washi tape from another roll and then just added some of it. I think I only have 1 or 2 rolls of this left, so I didn't want to show too much of this. I'm like, I've already sold some and now I only have a couple left. So if you love this, make sure you go get it. But I just thought, okay, I don't want the whole piece of washi tape, but maybe I could cut off a couple trees and, how can I embellish part of this on here? So see how I'm just adding little things here and there. Does the washi tape stay on well through the envelopes? I haven't had a problem. Tell us in the comments your experience with washi tape. Have you shipped it? I get stuff with washi tape on all the time and I don't have a problem. But are you going to use black on the candy cane letters? On the inside. Okay, so if you're wondering about on the inside of that, normally, yes, I would. But I did not on here. And that's because I'm saving that for last for the glitter. And the glitter, this is actually red glitter that I lined it with. So let me show you that. I pulled out everything, y'all. I was like, ooh, I can't wait to use that glitter. These are stickles. And red, I bought one time for a Valentine class I was doing. And I'm like, I got to pull that out again. You buy them and then you think, I got to use it again. So this is an orangey red and this is a real fire red. And so I just used stuff together. It looked good. It worked. It doesn't always, but it did this time. Okay, so, before I do this, hold on. Here's what I did with the other. I like the clear a lot, the clear diamond stickles. And so I went over the white with that first, and you can use like a little paintbrush to help you, or you can just squeeze. So I was squeezing it out. I wish the camera showed up better on here. I'm so sorry. I'm going to try. Can you see that? It is so pretty and glittery and beautiful in person. So that's all I did there. And then I would let that kind of dry first. And then I would use the red to line. If you don't have glitter and you just want to, then yes, I would definitely use black across there. I think that would look good. So I dried this pretty good. And then I went back. Okay, there's my original with this red. And I just made a line right here. And this is where it like a nice even squeeze will do you good. I would invite y'all over to come see these in person just so you could see how sparkly. I tried a video. I did everything to just try to show you how pretty they were. Okay, so there's our candy cane lettering. How do y'all feel about this? Can you do this? Tell me in the comments. Can you do this? Glitter pens? Absolutely. You could. Yeah, it's just a different look. This is a real chunky, bold glitter. But a glitter pen, like I love my Sparkle Pop pens. We use those a lot in my membership too. And it would look really good. Let me see if I can find one. Hold on. Go T-Fire. Oops. Okay, wait, I found one. Okay, here's the silver. Let's see what happens when I use this. I'm just going to scribble on some scrap paper. And then right here, this is a Sparkle Pop pen. Can you see that a little bit? Especially if you don't like the messiness, then yes. Okay, so yes, that works too. I'm going to unzoom a little bit and see if that's better. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side so we can start talking about the other card because a lot of you wanted to see the Mary card, and I'll show you my tips on this. Now, one thing about the Mary card is that this is going to help you get your washi tape out that you haven't used, that you make you buy some, right? Are y'all like, I want washi tape, but I don't know what to do with it. Okay, so this is just a black sticky note. There's nothing special about it. It was in my drawer. I was like, okay, I'm just going to use this because it's handy. You can use any kind of piece of whatever you wanted to use. And then I made a triangle with it. Let me try to remember how I did this. Did I do it like that? Or did I do it like this? How did I do this? What did I do? Hold on. Let me get my envelope out too. Here's the coordinating envelope. I can see I have a fold in it right there. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, all I did was fold it in half. It's been a couple weeks since I designed this, y'all. I folded that in half, and then I just cut up the side. You know, just remember back into elementary school when you made a triangle out of a piece of paper. So that's all I did. There's no template for this. Please don't ask for a template. I don't have one. It's very like made up on the fly. Okay. And I actually used this piece of paper to actually make the card. So I took my washi tape and I just rolled it across here. Just like that. Oops, just like that. And then I just tore it off because it's easy to tear it off. And then I went with the next color. And this is a set that I sell in my shop that's really good for just random projects. So I thought, I'm going to pull this out because I have people who have this that like, what do I do with this? Well, here's an idea. So you could use any colors that you have, or you could get a set that went together. Okay, so then I just started pulling out the other. While you're doing one, go ahead and do the second one if you're going to do it on your envelope. Now, Sharon asked a good question. Would I send this through the mail like this? I think I would put, because I've done a lot of work with it. I didn't like design it right here on this paper. I would probably put decoupage on it or something to be safe. So I'm glad you asked that because I didn't think about that till now. Okay, here's another piece. And then I'm just putting that on top of there. It could be a white sticky note. It can be fluorescent. If it doesn't show through, it doesn't matter. Just use a piece of scrap paper. Love this tip as it does not involve trying to cut out tape to fit the shape. I know. I was like, I've got to make this really easy because I'll never do it again if it's not. All right. And I've got 2 more. Spray sealer, yes and no. Not in a long time. Do you use that, Danielle? Okay, and then I'm just missing just a little tip piece right there. And so what I'm going to do on this part is I'm going to put this at the top, but I'm going to overlap it onto the washi tape. So when I cut it, it'll be easy. Okay, do y'all see where we're going with this? That I'm a no fuss girl. I'm a no fuss kind of girl. Yes, Mod Podge over it. Absolutely. And now, uh-oh. Okay, now flip it over and we're going to cut. This could be more triangular. You can't wait to start your Christmas card, Yolanda. Yay! That's what we hope to inspire y'all to get started on. If y'all want to learn more fun techniques and stuff, I'm actually teaching my Happy Mail. I'm doing a Happy Mail challenge next week, and it's 5 days. And I'm going to show you a couple things that we're going to do in the class that I can't wait to show you. Okay, here we go. Now, we got our paper. And then we're going to figure out where do we want to put this tree. If we put it up, if we want to write Merry underneath, well, we can do it here, or we could put it here and we could put Merry Christmas here. Lots of options. You just decide where you want it to go. On my sample, I did it right here, and I wanted to make sure I had room at the top for a star. The star is hand drawn on. There's nothing special about it. Okay. Now, this one's a lot straighter. I probably would like this if it was straighter. So let me just fold it over and straighten it up. Now, paper tripper, I don't know, might come in handy. I'm just going to double these up and see if I can do better. It's a little better. Okay, and save a little room for the star. And then I'm just going to use a glue stick and glue this down. But could you use adhesive spray right now? Yes. Could you use other ways to glue it down? Yes. Whatever your favorite method is. Decoupage would be really good if you want to make it real secure, and you could put, decoupage on top of it and keep all of those layered pieces in one spot. Okay, how's that? Is that better? It's better. It's better. Okay. Keep going over your glue. That doesn't even look the same. The camera just looks so different. Also, this is a black sticky note. So you can see washi tape kind of can take on the form of the color underneath it. So I probably used a white sticky note here. I'm pretty sure I did. And I changed up I don't do anything the same twice. So use your imagination. Okay, Mary. Mary was really fun to letter. So, and I used the same markers that I used on the other card. And then I just stretched it across. Now, I do still think that encouraging you to use an erasable pen here is a good idea. But I'm just going to stretch my Mary as I go. It's like write a letter, stretch it out. Write a letter, stretch it out. Okay. And then I really love having Christ stand out. My challenge. Yes. I'm so excited about my Happy Mail challenge. If you want to know more about that, just type HMB for Happy Mail Blessings. This is kind of our little theme right here. Our little Happy Mail, snail mail. And I'm going to show, like day 4, we're going to do wax seals. Have y'all done wax seals before? This is the back of the envelope, this envelope. So many fun things. Okay, so I'm going to write Christ bold. I want him to stand out. And could I have used a ruler for this? Yes. Could I have used my This is fun to use. I mean, who doesn't want a tool in your little space? And then muss, I'm just going to make it smaller because that's not as important to me. Or you can make it all even, whatever you want to do. Okay, and then I'm going to take my paint pen that I used earlier. Yeah, HMB, and then it'll send you the information for the challenge. But we're going to do wax seals. We're going to do, I'm so excited. We're going to do digital. The last day is a bonus. That's a digital. How to do Happy Mail using your iPad. Now, when you use these pens, you could go back and make some heavier downstrokes if you wanted to. It looks really messy right now because you can see that red pen underneath it. The laser tool, yeah, absolutely. This is a laser level that you would use like in your garage. Like, I mean, that you might have in your garage already. But all it is a level, and you turn on the laser, and it just helps me line stuff up without having to get a pen out. Does that make sense? It's just like a little trick, just a little trick to help me so I don't have to. Okay, so there's that. Then you're going to go over this, obviously, with like a black marker. Let me do that before I'm going to use the glaze pen, my favorite again. I wish we could have Christmas music playing right now. That'd be so fun. In our little group. Wouldn't that be fun? So day 1 of my challenge, we're going to talk all about Happy Mail. What is Happy Mail? What do you do with Happy Mail? Who can you send it to? And that's what the little, when you type in HMB, it will give you a printout that talks about that too, and then what supplies we're using and all that as well. So, okay, so there's my Christmas. I'm going to use my heat gun. Clean that up. I will say I don't like the black sticky note underneath there as much because I like this other one. And I need to do some more gluing and getting that situated. But I just wanted to get through. I wanted to make sure I could show y'all both cards. And we'll see if we can get to the envelopes. Okay. There we go. Like I said, they're always different. This one's bigger, wider. That's okay. All right. Now, again, make sure you glue this down really good. I'm not going to take time to do that right now. I'm just demonstrating, but I used some lines from my glaze pen to add texture because it almost puffs up a little bit. It does have texture. Like it's bumpy. When you feel over it, it's a little bumpy. Again, one of my favorite pens ever. And it is in the Mary supply list. Thank you, Sharon. I think you look better over here, Sharon. But we're not looking at that. Okay, and then however you want to make your little tree trunk. I just made like a little. You could do a piece of tape there. Do whatever you want. And then up here with your star. So at this point, I got my gold stickles out. And I started playing with it. First, I started with a star. And this goes back to elementary school. I remember when I learned how to make a star. Do y'all remember that? That was hard. That was really hard. And the harshness of this camera is not pretty, but there's that. And then I went across every one of these washi tapes to just add more glitter and fun, glam. Maybe I'll add a little bit down here too. But to me, when we got to make cards in school, because our teachers were nice back then and they let us play with glitter. Yeah, there's that. And then you could do, like, I talked about the Sparkle Pop pens. See if I have a gold one over here. Especially if you don't want to use the liquid glue, because I know it's a little messier than maybe, especially if you had kids, you might be like, let's not use the glitter pen. But it just in person is so pretty. I'm going to change my lighting again one more time and see if I can make it better. That did not help much. Okay. And then if you look at the card, you might be like, okay, I'm done. Or do I want to add some doodles to it? And just like the first card, I just did some doodles around the edge of it. One side, I just did some dashes, dots. Okay. And then I went around with a sparkle silver pen. And I actually went around with a silver pen right here on the edge as well. Okay. Yeah, just doodle your heart out, Sharon. That's right. Just doodle away. I love when you get that confidence and you start trying things on your own. It doesn't have to look just like the teacher, right? Okay, I'm going to put this to the side and I'm going to talk about the envelopes real quick. Nobody, please, nobody ever send a naked envelope. I can't live with the responsibility that I didn't teach you, that you have to not send a naked envelope. Like if I'm at a birthday party and somebody hands me a card, here's your birthday card. I'm like, this is naked. You can't do that. No, this is like a canvas for art. Come on, y'all. You got to have a pretty envelope. Okay. So how did I do this? A lot of it was the washi tape. And look, it just had so much color and all. So what I did here on the front, so I kind of did similar lettering. I feel like I'm running a little low on time, so I'm about to talk you through. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny, my assistant, knows no naked envelopes. I'm going to write a book about it. That's going to be the title. But this is similar to what I showed you with the candy cane lettering, except this time I wrote it all out with a red pen, and then I made little lines for the candy cane stripes with the white gel pen. Okay, so do you guys want to see a little bit more? Do y'all have time to see a little bit more from me? What do y'all think? Tell me in the comments and I will continue. Thank you. Will I send you a card in the mail? Of course. You need to send me one next week because that is my Happy Mail challenge. Always decorate my envelopes, but expire. Wait, I missed that. Okay. Yes, you have time. Y'all say I have time. Okay. So I'm going to continue. So here, I love craft, and you cannot see the beauty of craft, y'all. It just does not show up on here as well as I'd like for it to. But I love using craft paper. It's forgiving. This, if I make a little mistake, a smudge, you're going to see it. On this, usually you can doctor it up. And so this is why I love this. And I also love black, because black you can make some really pretty things with too, different kind of pens and all. Okay, so let's go back to these markers that I was showing y'all at the beginning, these acrylic markers. And I grabbed a couple different, if you notice in the beginning, I grabbed a couple different greens. They look really weird here, but together, but it really helped when I started putting it on here. So let's actually, let me back up. We're going to start with our envelope template. So I definitely recommend one of these. Even though y'all know, most of you know, or a lot of you know, I'm not a perfect straight line person. But when it comes to getting set up to decorate an envelope, it makes the stress go away. It makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to kind of center this. You could center it a little bit to the bottom right. You could center it to the middle, whatever you want to do. But just kind of get it somewhat centered. And then use washi tape to put it in place. And this I'll be teaching more about envelopes on what day next week? Wednesday next week. So Tuesday is all about card making. Wednesday is all about envelopes. Thursday is about wax seals, which actually I designed my own wax seals, y'all. I'm so excited. And if y'all have been following me and you know about them, I had 5 designs. 3 have sold. I think 3 have sold out now. But I do have the dove left. And this one, I think I still have maybe a Sending Air Hugs one left. But I had a Jesus Loves You one. I had an angel one that went the first day. I was like, what? Y'all crazy. Okay, now at this point, you can use an erasable pen because you might not want lines, or you can use like the glaze pen because that's always fun. On here, I actually used looks like a white gel pen and silver. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just love showing. Let me go ahead and do it with the erasable pen so I can show you how much I love the opportunity to be able to erase that if I don't want lines there. So this one has lines. You can see the lines. They're fine. There's nothing wrong with having lines. But this one, I'm going to show you how you don't necessarily need lines. Okay, I'm just going to take this off. That's all I was going to use it for. And now I can erase, get rid of them. I mean, I'm not ready because I want to write on it. Or I can use the heat gun and just wipe it all gone. Okay. Jennifer, you don't want me to, I would send you one, but you don't want your address for the whole world to see. So I better not do that. I have to do fake addresses all the time. This is not fake. If y'all want to send me mail, that's mine. You can definitely send me that. Can you send letters in the mail with wax seals? Yes, great question. Yes, but there's lots of things that I will teach about that in my challenge. I'm going to show you other ways to use it so you don't feel like you have to, because you may need extra postage and all that. But we'll get to that next week if you're interested in the challenge. I'd love to have you. Okay, so all I did is start with hand lettering. This is kind of like bounce lettering. And I'm just kind of going up and down with my letters. See how I'm kind of writing above and below the line? Just cursive. There's no special technique necessarily to this. To me, this is practice and playing around with you're not writing all on one level. Okay. All right. Yeah. Type it, Carrie, if you did, I don't know if you saw that. Type HMB and you'll get information about next week. Okay. And so then let's say you wanted to, I'm going to see if this shows up on here. Okay, so what I love to do is I'll write the first name, and then the second name I'll make just as bold as the others, and I will, not as bold as it, I'm sorry, as big as the other name, the first name. I'll do the surname kind of fun and bold. So that's a glitter pen. That's hard to see on here. So I'll use a white pen because I think that's going to be better. And get your address down. And this could be print. This could be cursive. You can mix it up in my, I think I showed y'all that on the, I did. I even gave you examples on writing addresses. Okay. So if you look right here, you can mix it up. This I did script, and then I did print, and then I stretched out my letters, and then I did tall and skinny letters here, and then I did a wide zip code. So have fun with it, right? P.O. Box 8970. And I'm from East Texas. Anybody else from East Texas on here besides my assistant? So I'm just taking my time a little bit more so on here, making it really legibly. I want it to be pretty for the recipient. And sometimes I'll make the zip code go to the next line. Sometimes I'll just leave it here. Yeah, this ink is running low. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to erase it. Y'all know I love my heat gun. It's handy. Oh, wait, I don't want to erase my name. Hold on. I'm going to go back over my name with this acrylic marker. And this I'm actually trying a little bit harder to do my thin strokes, my upper strokes thin and my down strokes thicker. Taking my time doing that. Thick, light up, heavy down. If y'all don't have a beginner lettering book, a lot of us here have one. So treat yourself. Okay, there's that. Now, using my heat gun. What is the goal of using the heat gun right now? One, I'm drawing my letters, but also I want to get rid of the lines under because I don't want it to look like I have lines. I don't want lines on this one. So I'm just erasing it. Sometimes you can still have like just a little light. See how you can kind of still see where the lines were? That doesn't bother me at all. We're practically neighbors. I know. We're not too far from each other. I'm trying to remember how far I drove to see you before. Okay, there's that. So we got rid of these lines. So do you want it to have lines or do you not? Totally up to you. What brand is the erasable pen? I actually started using a different brand recently. So I use Friction a lot. Friction is I've always used, but I just started a new brand. It's just, I don't even know what it's called. So the kits that I'm selling may have either one of those in the kit, but they work both. They both work great for me. Okay, next, decorate with some washi tape. Now, here's the trick, y'all. Don't touch it too much. The oils of your fingers are going to make it dirty. So try not to touch it because you want it to make it through the mail and not lift off, right? And again, you could spray it. You could Mod Podge it. But look, that made a huge difference. Just adding that little bit of detail right there. And again, try not to touch it with the oils of your fingers. Susan, do you have troubles? Tell me, because you asked that question with washi going through the mail, or are you just curious? And then I have, this is a plaid. This is a set that I made up, I think I designed last year that I just wanted something that would go from fall to Christmas. And so it was kind of the red was a little bit, had a little more orange in it. And then this, I thought, okay, I'm going to put it here. Don't touch it with my fingers. And just add a little design on that corner. Oh, I'm going to wrap up in just a second. Sorry. I usually don't go live this long. Do I? Do I usually go live this long? I'm not sure. Not on my Devos and Doodles days. On Mondays, every Monday I go live to do a Devo and Doodles is what it's called. And I want to show y'all. I don't want to forget this. This is what, over the years, Devos and Doodles, this is some of the things that we've done in my my lettering tribe. So if you're interested, if you like watercolor and you love lettering scriptures, these are some things that I've done over the last, I think 4 years I've done Devos and Doodles live. All right. Now, I personally would make this thicker. So I would take that pen because I would want that to really, that sparkle to really stand out. And I would kind of go over that a few times to make it pop. But in person, it looks amazing. Like that person's going to be like, ooh, sparkles. I love sparkles. And then, like I showed you, I was telling you about the candy cane lettering. I just made some white lines across the letters after I wrote with red. Does that make sense? Like that. I put a small piece of transparent tape on the ends for your washi. Oh, good, Linda. Linda sends a lot of happy mail too. So thanks for that tip. Y'all, I hope that you get excited about sending out some merry mail to people or snail mail, whatever you want to call it. And because it really does something for someone who needs just a gentle reminder, you're loved, I'm thinking of you, kind of thing. And it's such a small gift to do for someone, to make them something and to put a, did you know how much postage is now? Postage went up again. Guess how much postage is? And I would love to show you all my fun postage from in my cigar box back from, I've had this for years and years and years, but we don't have time for that. But I will show you when we get to, I've got lots of fun ideas for y'all if you take my Happy Mail challenge of how to store stuff and that kind of thing. And But 71 cents, if you didn't know, 71 cents is how much postage is. But that's a small, 73. Thank you, Amanda. It's 73. It's a small amount to send for someone, for them to be like, oh, someone thought of me. Just like in the beginning of this video when I was sharing, these are ones that I've gotten in the mail, these postcards I've gotten in the mail the last few weeks. And I'm just like, I've gotten one a month for the last 5 months. And it just made my day. I thought, somebody really thinks of me? No, it's 73 and it's 56 for a postcard. So if you're sending like a postcard just with the front and the back, this is 56. But an envelope that has a card inside of it and everything. Oh, let me show y'all this tree. It's really easy. Okay. The tree was just, you can make a line and then you could just swoop out to the side a little bit. That's all I did. And then I went back with a little lime green just to give it some dimension. And then I went back with I feel like y'all could figure it all out on your own, but I'll tell you real quick. Some of these dots, dot, 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 dot. And then to make this more dramatic, I did shadow it. That made it pop out. I used my black glaze pen. I used next to the shadow as well to make it pop out. So y'all, this was so fun. I'm so sorry that I feel like it took me a while and that the lighting wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. But I had a blast being with you, and I would love to have you come join me next week for my Happy Mail Blessings. If you just popped on, you're like, what are you talking about? Type in HMB, the letter B, Happy Mail Blessings, and we'll get you information for that. But okay, so also I want to make sure to tell you at 4 o'clock today, Pam is going to do her nativity ornaments. And then on Friday, we have a wrap up at 2:30. And next week, my Happy Mail Challenge is Monday to Friday. If you are on here and you just caught me on Create with Christy's page, my page, make sure, y'all, you are missing out on 9 other classes that are free for this event we're doing called Creative Little Christmas. And Jenny, you have the link for that. Can you put that in the comments for us? And that way, if y'all want to get on the email list for that, she'll send you email. Danielle will send you emails to remind you of when the next class is going to be. If you're like me, I love having any help I can on being reminded of anything. I love you guys. This was so much fun. Have a blessed summer. And I'm excited for you to get all this fun Christmas inspiration over the next few days. All right. Y'all have a great day. Bye.